We're live.
All right, settling in.
Yeah.
Steady.
And we got another round of jokes out on the ice as we wait.
Two artists had an art contest. Why is Snoop Dogg always carry an umbrella? Well, Doodle.
Jesus. Oh, your favorite person. Juicy draws,
I saw our girls draws.
but you didn't see theirs, so you don't know who got hammered. Looks like Jessica's getting her stone ready. Yep, Jessica's getting her stone ready, so we did not get hammered.
Yay! Let's go. Buckle up, everybody. We got ourselves a heck of a game lining up here as the defending champions, Team Segovia out of Houston, Texas, back into the championship match again this year, going against Asis out of Silicon Valley. Now, this team played Segovia earlier in the week, and it was the only loss handed to Team Segovia for the weekend. So, a rematch as both teams continued to whoop everybody else they played and end up here in the finals seeing each other again. So, a good game that we got lining up here, Jen. Good game.
Indeed.
No Bo Bostwick with the first stone. Throws a nice 3-guard just off center line.
Right back. Derby.
Asis looks like she's going to draw to the wing. And that's going to come in. Behind T, Segovia sweeping real hard. And that might be biting. Segovia not going to mess with it. As for Nobo Bostwick to draw around. It's a little bit light. Heather's really digging in to make sure she holds the line. Oh, it's not light. It's perfect. It's a really nice shot from Bostwick there. Looks like Vice, Alyssa Parks has noticed something in the ice. Technical timeout. Whatever it was she was looking for, she found it. Picks it up, throws it away. Crisis averted. Clocks re-begin and play resumes.
I did not.
Looking for a come around here. It's going to overcurl just a little bit. That's going to be full 8. And shot stone sitting in the back left over there. You can see it is sticking out just a little bit. About half stone, I think, is all that Heather Cook can see. And so Segovia's going to ask for control weight. Hits just paper by the guard. Now this is curling out of the hand a lot. Looks like she's going to get past the first guard, but hit the second. And wrecks on her own stone and takes it out and spills the shooter. So not a great result there for Heather Cook. She's going to want that shot back. She even pats herself on the chest, says, "My bad." Opportunity now for Team Asis, asking their second to hit and peel the guard. And they're gonna just paper by it, moves it over about a foot, and then rolls the shooter out. It's actually not a bad result for them, as it does line it up directly in front of shot stone sitting there in the back left. So nice guard for them. Segovia now changing the strategy from hit to a draw, asking Heather Cook to come around. And a lot of sweeping on this one. Looks like they may have overswept it. Yeah, they definitely overswept it. She's going back 4, back 8. Just touching back 12. A little bit of an oversweep there. They do get the hit. Oh, but they run it back on their shot stone. I'm being fine. So Segovia now sitting to both of those behind T-line, so going to need to have Alyssa Parks draw in, but it's got to be in front of the button. The miss is light. Sweepers are really on this. I think they got to get off. Yeah. She's going to be by the guard. And another oversweep, I think. It's coming down. Weight's dropping. Top 8, top 4. Really nice. No, I was completely wrong. It was perfect sweep. Nice shot by Vice Alyssa Parks there, and a good sweep from Heather and Bostwick. This is tracking on a really nice line. Just a little bit of sweeping on the left-hand side to make sure it doesn't overcurl. Gets by that. It's going to hit. Stone rolls over just a little bit, sitting right at the top of the button with some backing. Segovia is going to go ahead and keep as many rocks in play. So rather than hitting, she's calling Alyssa Parks to do a similar shot as last. Just a draw to the top 8 center line in front of that stone. And out of the hand, this is way wider than Alyssa's last shot. So there we go. There's Boswick on the outside trying to carve it. This might be a happy miss. She was a little bit heavy, but she gets down on the shot stone and chips it out to the left-hand side. Red now sitting 1 and 2. Yellow just biting the 4 foot on the left-hand side is third shot. The button is open, so Wheeler looking to draw in. She is not looking to draw in. That is hit weight.
That is, yeah.
This is going to nose. That looks like that stone is shot. Segovia is going to address that pretty quickly. Tap of the belly says control weight.
Alyssa down in her frogger position.
Julie's looking to go across the face. Nose is fine, but preferably be about an inch off of the center of that stone on the left-hand side. Heather's got to go. Heather's got to really go to hold this line. Heather's really got to go. It's over curling. It's over curling. She's going to get a piece of it.
Oh
my gosh.
And a double.
Just like she drew it up.
Oh my goodness. Well, not quite a double.
Not quite a double, but a really nice shot for Julie Segovia and a happy miss as she gets just a piece of that shot stone, moves it out to the right, and the shooter goes and nails that yellow that was sitting buried on the back left of the 4. So Segovia now sitting 1, 2, and 3. The button is exposed, so draw path is still there. Ace is trying to decide where she wants this first of her 2 skip stones to go, and I think she's calling for a corner freeze on that shot stone full 4. And the jacket is already coming off for Heather Cook. That lasted half of one end. Tracking on a nice line. It's starting to overcurl a little bit. Sweepers are really gotten on it to hold the line. She's past the guard. She's down on shot stones. Gonna promote it just a little bit, but not quite enough. And so Houston sitting at least 1, maybe 2.
That's hard to tell.
Both Segovia and Alyssa have tapped the same spot of ice 5 times. So I think that's where they're going to be going. And they changed their mind now. Alyssa Parks tapping the ice, saying T-weight draw to the full 4 on the right-hand side. That'll cut down the draw path. Also mitigate a lot of the risk associated with any sort of a double.
That looks heavy.
Looks pretty good. It's going to need to drop an anchor. She can't be behind T-line, otherwise it opens up a straight draw and a potential for a hit.
It's heavy.
Both sweepers begging for this rock to stop, but it's going to go through T-line. Back button, back 4, but is still sitting second shot. So the force is on. Asis with a quick decision, just going to do skips draw down to the button. She's just got to touch the button.
It's not looking real good.
Tracking on a nice line here. It's a little heavy. It's going to hit the outside of Segovia's stone, but sticks around. Looks like that will be shot stone, and so the force from Team Segovia takes effect, and Asis with skips draw right down to the back of the button. Ended up being full 4, but just outsat Segovia's first stone over there on the top left of the button, or top left of full 4. So 1-0 after 1. Segovia going to be happy with the outcome of that first end.
Okay, great. I know, I just didn't know you had to play for. I hear you.
Oops, sorry, wrong direction.
Mandatory 60-second break between ends.
If it was my own equipment, it'd be different.
And Minnesota Vikings are taking it to the New Orleans Saints here.
Okay. Okay, I think we have a handle.
This has got to grind to a halt. It's going to carry into the house, going top 8, top 4, and T-line.
She looks like
Sweepers like it. Boswick with a really nice hit. Really, really nice.
nice. Beautiful chess.
Followed by another nice hit. These leads
Aw.
showing off.
What's up, Sophie and Dylan? Glad for you guys to tune in and watch your very first curling game.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Y'all picked a great one to watch. This is the 2023 Arena National Championships over here in Eveleth, Minnesota. We've got Team Segovia out of the Houston Curling Club against Asis. Bostwick's hit is going to over curl, and an opportunity arises for Asis now as they're sitting in full force. She's going to ask to guard it up at the top house.
Now, David, I have a question for you. Why is this just now their first game? I'm a little disappointed in you. A little. Just a little.
That's some sarcasm. We're very glad to have new viewers.
I love new viewers. I'm glad with the viewers. I'm disappointed that David hasn't introduced them to curling before. I have seen them at the club, so I do know that they've come over. You're very welcome, Alex.
Okay, this one's going to over curl a little bit. The weight's nice though, so it'll be full 12, even full 8 if it keeps carrying, and it does. So Segovia's looking at the opportunity here for Heather Cook to do a double. It's curling a mile.
Segovia asking them to sweep,
Look at that
sweep.
curl. Holy cow, it's curling a ton. Alyssa Parks really digging in, trying to hold the stone.
She gets one. Not
She
the
got
double,
one,
but
did
she
not
does
get the double.
Are these commentators okay today? Feels very subdued. We're a little on the tired side. I have no voice. We did go home in between the games and not all the way home, and we did take a little nap, and I
Got a little
steamed.
nappy poo.
I went in the bathroom and steamed my lungs and nasal cavities, but still. We're happy to have all viewers, even if they are rooting for the, I'm going to say it, wrong team. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Happy to have you guys streaming in today. Tuning in today.
And another draw. And another over curl as it gets to the top 8. A little bit closer, and it's begging to be doubled.
Alex, it's like you know. How is it that you know?
Begging to be doubled, but Segovia, a significantly better skip than I, has a different shot call. She's asking Heather Cook to hit and roll underneath that stone. Alyssa Parks really digging in to hold the line now. She's got to get off to let it curl. And it doesn't curl enough, it noses.
Silicon. Yeah. Did we say it wrong? It's possible. I don't know. There's also... Give them time. I think the intensity of the competition is
That is very correct, Alex, on your comment. Speaking of Barb.
I am good, Sarah, but I appreciate the thought. Kenny's going to go grab himself one now. Oh, that's going to overcurl and go straight through the house as well. Giving Segovia a chance.
I knew they were going to do it the whole time.
No, Christine, we're in the second. First end, Asis had hammer and was able to get a force of 1, so it's 1-0 right now, with Vice's stones being thrown right now. in the second.
This looks really nice for Melissa Parks.
Nice job.
She gets her nose hit.
Melissa Frogger Parks. Yeah.
Missed the call here, but with that line, it looks like maybe a heavy draw. She's narrow out of the hand, so sweepers are getting on it immediately. This is hit weight. They're trying to carve it, see if they get it across.
No.
It's gonna paper right by, and the hit is missed, and an opportunity now for Segovia to apply some pressure with hammer here in the second end. Sitting 2, second of the vice stones coming up. She's going to ask for a nose tap back on that top 12.
Yes, I think so.
Happy miss would be just a draw around.
Segovia says sweep. If you see her shaking her broom like that, that's what that means. That's the signal they decided on for this game.
Good sweeping here as they're bringing this rock in. It's going to hit that stone, promote it. And they've got 3 sitting in front of the tee line. There is a gap there for Asis to draw in if she'd like. But it looks like she's going to go for the hit. It is loaded pretty nicely for a double if she can get just off the center of that stone and full 8 on the center line. It would spill both that and the shot stone. It's got a curl. It's got a curl.
Goodness. Oh.
She gets just enough of it, but it jams on that back shot stone.
Hello from Team Nepper from
Yay, the Neppers!
Yay. They were a fun group.
That was a good crowd. Yeah, good people.
Very good.
All right, Alyssa Parks is helping us out here, holding up the broom horizontally at her chest. That's an indication of T-line weight. Segovia is going for a nose tap on that red stone on the right-hand side of center line.
Thank you for the update, Christine. Yes, Myers is up 2-0 at the end of the first. They're about to finish out their second end, and Myers is currently sitting
2
in the 4-foot and button. Spangler's up 2-0 from against Tesh, and Shooter's up 1-0 against Feldman.
This looks nice, but it also looks a little heavy here.
That does look heavy.
It looks real heavy.
For what she wanted.
The line call was for T-weight, and this is going to be closer to hack.
Wow.
And a uncharacteristic miss from Julie Segovia. She throws a little too heavy. Ace is trying to decide if it's worth it to go for the double. She was a little narrow out of the hand, so the sweepers are on it really hard, trying to hold this line, trying to hold the stone. Can she hold it? Can she hold it? She holds it just enough. A really strong sweep there from Wheeler. Nice job. So they do manage to get one stone that spills the shooter, leaving an open draw for Segovia. Just got to touch paint, and they'll get two. Sweepers are on it. They think it's a little light, so they're really going, oh, she is light. So all three sweepers now getting in there, going to drag it. Heather Cook going hard. Heather Cook going hard. Hard.
Come on, girl.
Harder. Come on, drag it, drag it, drag it. And that's going to be light. Segovia with an open draw for two, and she's about 2 feet short. So they only get one with hammer, and a missed opportunity there.
Oh my
Smoke show
goodness.
Segovia trying to dial in her weight.
There we go.
So after two ends,
What is he?
tied 1-1, despite the fact that Levesque put a random 1 next to Asis there. That is impossible to do in this sport. He notices his mistake, flips it around, and the correction is complete. It is
That's 'cause-
literally impossible,
That's
Mr.
because this
Levesque.
baseball scoring style is stupid. I've said it once. I've said it twice. I don't know. Keep saying it.
Just fussing.
It's stupid. Nobo Boswick.
Nobo Boswick. Lead for Team Houston. Looking for a center line 3 guard. It's tracking nicely. Might over curl a scotch. Will not. It's a dadgum beauty. It's a dadgum beauty.
Ooh. Is that on the center line?
That is on center line. So for those of y'all that have not had an opportunity to view any of the games this weekend, first off, you missed some really great curling and commentary, Agent.
Absolutely.
But one thing that everybody is very aware of now is that the no-tick rule is in effect through all of the 2023 championship matches. So that stone cannot be moved off that center line for the first 5. Ace is deciding to go for a corner guard. It's going to over curl just a scotch. And so Segovia now asking Bostwick to do the old lead 1-2 punch. 3 guard and a come around.
Yeah, David, that may be so, but it's easy enough to figure out and learn, in all honesty. It's not like it's that difficult.
And I think this is going to be on her
Yeah.
own stone.
You're not wrong.
Sweepers are going to get off it. She was just a little too light there.
Okay. Are they both? No, just one.
I can't tell from here, but it looks like both of those stones are probably on center line.
You think so?
I think so. So they are slightly staggered. Creates an opportunity for Asis to draw around behind. Oh, look at that rock dive. It's going to over curl as well.
Now it does not move them off center line, so it stays.
Correct. So the no-tick rule does not take effect.
Heather, well done, cook.
I like it. This looks narrow too. Wow, look at that. Oh, now it floats.
Oh, what the heck?
What's going
That's
on
weird.
there? I
That
must have
did
picked.
That's in a weird little.
All these arena curlers say that looks familiar.
Yeah.
You're used to the S-curve throws when it's bouncing off of ridges and whatnot, but I think that was a pick on Heather's throw as that rock took a dive and then fell back outside. Going for the
Port.
oh my gosh, and she ports it. Segovia said she's seen enough of that line, doesn't want to see any more of it. So switching sides, asking Heather Cook to come around. Looks pretty good. It's tracking on a really nice line now. It's starting to curl quite a bit. And it needs to keep curling. Now they're switching sweepers, having Alyssa Parks on the outside, carving it. They're carving it. She'll get all the way down to full 4, but it does not curl quite enough, ends up sticking out there unguarded. And so Asis asking her second Alsmeyer to go for the hit. Pretty big push there out of the hand, but it's tracking on a nice line. Yeah, tracking on a really nice line. See where the shooter goes. Segovia runs out there, gives it a couple of polite sweeps just to make sure, and it spills out.
Polite sweeps.
Just polite. Polite sweeping. So gonna try again here. Vice Alyssa Parks steps into the hack. Gonna try a draw around behind those center guards. It's all there. Plenty of weight. Now Bostwick is getting on it to hold it out. She's by the guard.
Oh, she's by him, yeah.
And it's going to finish really, really nice.
That's beautiful.
Beautiful shot, Alyssa.
Beautiful shot, Alyssa.
Beautiful
from
shot,
her parts.
Alyssa. Behind the guard. Split right across the forefoot there. Just off the left of center line. Good sweeping on Bostwick to hold it out there, and then Heather Cook to take over and help it curl just as much as possible right there at the very end.
Is she trying to draw?
This is hit weight.
That is hit weight. I don't know what she was trying to. Well, I guess she thinks she can. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, just a little too heavy there. And it's going to sail by. So an opportunity now for Segovia. As she's going to ask Alyssa Parks to throw the exact same stone and probably just keep the sweepers off of it, wanting to finish full 12 behind that guard. A little bit of a risky shot here. If she stays high and sticks it out wide, it'll set up an opportunity for a double. Now this looks a little heavy.
Yeah, it's heavier than the last one.
Sweeper's staying off it. It's starting to come down. Looking really nice. It's going to go to the button. Tap. They just needed to be sideways. And it goes all the way down into the button. Top of the button. More importantly. There is room there, so if Wheeler is able to get to the nose and stick, that would be shot. With this line, this is a heavy draw. Looking for likely back 4 weight. And that's closer to hack.
Yep.
It's curling, but I think it's going to be a little too heavy to curl enough. It's going to get a piece of the shot stone, but it rolls out to the outside, and Segovia. No, that is Alyssa Parks really digging in on the sweep. So she chips the shot stone, moves it over a couple of inches right onto the pin, not guarded entirely there, and then rolls all the way to back 12, leaving Segovia 1 and 2 partially guarded. So I think this is going to be in front of the house here, looking for a top 12 even or a deep 3 guard on the right-hand side, right where Alyssa Parks is tapping.
Well, we get Julie coming on down. Quick update on scores for the men's bronze medal match going on. It's a tie game, 2-2, Tesh versus Spangler. On sheet 3 for the gold medal match is Myers 4-0 over Weber. For the bronze medal match between the women, it is 3-0 Shooter over Feldman. And then, of course, here in the gold medal match for the women's, it's a tie game, 1-1.
Thank you, Jen. Segovia now. Looking for a 3 or top 12. Heather Cook's really sweeping it. I think she can get off. There we go. She just gave it a little bit of love for a second. And it's going to carry all the way down to 3 and top 12. Very nice shot from Julie. Very nice shot. It did over curl maybe about 6 inches, so there is a touch perfect draw opportunity for Asis, but a lot of pressure being applied here in the third end by Team Segovia, as Asis is going to try a really tight draw. She's going to need to sneak by that guard that Segovia threw just now. And she will have to move that stone that's shot as it's covering the pin. This looks a little heavy.
It looks heavy. Could be wrong. It looks heavy too. It looks heavy to me as well.
It's a heavy draw. It's got a really good chance here. It's got a really good chance. It's got a really good chance. It's not a heavy draw. It's top 4, and it comes just short, sitting third.
Sitting third.
That's a good setup stone, though, as they can use that to wick off of on the next shot. So Segovia is going to need to throw another guard and lock down that side. I can tell you already they're going to have Heather Cook on the left-hand side. She is a very strong sweeper.
That's why she got her name Well Done. She doesn't know how to sweep medium or rare. Well done and well done only.
Important shot here for Segovia with their last stone. Without hammers, hitting 2. Behind a lot of guards, but there is a dangerous yellow stone sitting there that she's going to try and guard up. It's nice. There. It's all there. Easy. Easy. It's just Heather Cook sweeping for line. It's got to sit. It's got to stop curling. Got to stop curling. And it over curls just a little bit. So that Yellowstone is, you can see about half of it right now. As I mentioned earlier, that's third shot.
Yeah.
So Asis taking advantage of being able to see some of her Yellowstone, bringing the broom in, tighter line, so more weight.
Okay, I'm good.
Good, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Wheeler's getting on it, trying to make sure it's by Segovia's guard. It's going to stay outside. It's going to be by the guard. She's going to get to her Yellowstone. Does she hit? She does.
No, but she rolls.
It rolls a little bit, but I think
that's red is still shot.
red is still shot.
Yeah.
And larceny. Larceny and theft. As Segovia steals one in the third. Very nice shot by Asis right there to be able to get to that Yellowstone. Just an unfortunate result as it did get down to remove that shot stone off the button, but it rolls just a scotch too far.
Mandatory 1 minute break between it.
So after 3 ends, Segovia and company from Curling Club of Houston
Ooh,
up 2-1.
ooh. That's all I got.
That's great.
Oh my god.
Yeah, just take a second. Take a second there, Jen.
Ooh,
Take a second there, Jen.
ooh.
Quick catch up on sheet 3 with the men's gold medal match, Myers and out of DFW. They were up 4-0. Weber able to get one with hammer in the third, so 4-1 after 3. Up is Myers. Both sweepers really digging to make sure this carries as far as possible. Got to get it down to a 2 guard. This might even get to the center line. It might get to the center line, and it finishes really nicely. Yep. Center line 2 guard for Boswick. Y'all probably want to see that. So I'll zoom out. Calling for a corner guard, and that's what she's going to get. She's calling the sweepers, telling them to bring it in. And she does, gets all the way to full 12. Sweepers with a little fist bump there. So Bostwick, again, Jess being asked to do the 1-2 punch, center line guard, and a draw around. Sweepers think it's light. Looks real light, so they're really going at it. My gosh, did she hog it? No, it's a 1.
Fire on Ice bringing the heat today. I don't really know that we're bringing the heat all that much. We're both
Nice draw there.
real tired.
Nice draw there. It's going to carry a little too far. It's all the way to back 12. And over curled just a scotch. So Segovia can see about maybe half that stone, 3/4 of it. Not going to mess with it. Asking Heather Cook what she's in the mood for. I like this call. They talk through it. Going to ask for a hit and roll off that top yellow. Looks nice. It's got a curl. She's on the stone. Now Alyssa really digging to try and make sure it doesn't over curl. They just want enough of it. It's going to curl just a little too much and spill the shooter. Perfectly fine result. Excuse me. Sweepers are really digging in, trying to make sure it gets past this guard, but it's not. It's going to be on the guard. Oh, a nice little friendly chip. That's a great outcome. As it chips off the guard, continues to go and comes all the way down to 3 guard and guards up that stone in the back of the house quite nicely. So Segovia now asking Heather Cook for a come-around draw. Look at this stone carry. I just say straight as an arrow the whole way down. Lay send on sheet 4 with a really nice run back hit. Cleared open the house. So Heather Cook stone stays out in the open. Ace is going to go after it. Gonna get the hit, and the shooter sticks around, so a nice shot there. Control weight, hit and roll. Heather Cook sweeping really hard.
Just for the roll.
Just sweeping it. Yep,
Nice
nice shot from Alyssa's part. Got a pretty nice roll. Makes it hard to get across the nose. It is sitting shot, but not guarded. A tap of the foot means hack weight here.
Yeah, I know that now.
Really sweeping hard to get by this guard. Really sweeping hard. They get off. They get back on it. She's going to get by the guard.
Wow,
It's a really, really nice hit.
Wow.
that is a nice hit.
Really, really nice hit.
Nice shot.
So pressure's on here for Segovia. Up 2-1 in the third. Without hammer. Yellowstone sitting 2 behind guard, but also behind T-line, so an opportunity for Segovia, if she can execute, to draw around. They're thinking of something else.
Oh, it was Alyssa's
Surprise,
turn still.
surprise.
Whoops.
A little and a little shrug from Segovia. It is not Skipstones. Alyssa
Whoops.
Parks has one more.
Would love to say that math is not her strong suit, but she's an engineer.
This is a lot wider.
Segovia shaking her head. She's not gonna get there.
It does finish nicely, so maybe partially guarded, but Asis is going to go for that same shot, the draw around, and a sheepish grin
Oh,
from
just-
Alyssa Parks.
Yeah.
And she goes, my bad. That's right, I get to throw 2 of these.
Christine, I can see you texting me. I'm using my phone to record the game. Don't text me. I have my laptop off. You can message me on Facebook if you need me to reply to something.
Sweeper's really digging in here. Trying to carry it in. It's going to come up just a little bit light, though. It will touch paint. And shuts down the draw path on the left-hand side. So Segovia now switching sides.
Sharing digital access to Celtos is as easy as texting. The Kia Celtos arriving now.
Cowboys up 7-0. Let's go. Heather Cook's really trying to hold the line, but it's over curling. Really trying to hold the line, but it's going to be on the guard. See if this opens it up at all. It does a little bit. There is a port. Couple of different discussions here, looking at some options. Ace is considering the draw in through that port. Considering plugging up the port. Looks like they're going to go hit that red stone.
What do they decide?
Looks like they're going to go for the hit on this red stone.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm not.
Why? I feel like that opens up the draw even more. They're trying to take the right. I don't understand. I don't know.
If she hits it and the shooter sticks right around there, it could take away the port.
She wants to nose.
I don't think she wants to nose, no.
Oh, she wants to tap it and wiggle to the left?
I think she wants to hit and wiggle.
Hit and wiggle. Okay. That makes sense.
Oh, got to be a really heavy sweep here to hold the line, as it looks like it's over curling. She's got to get just outside of the nose. Sends that red stone into the house. Hit their shot stone. Moved a couple of rocks around on the back, but the end result's not too bad, as yellow's still sitting 1. Segovia sitting 2nd and in the open. So this is going to have to come into the house. Open draw. This has got to come in. If this doesn't execute, then there would be an opportunity for Asis to call an aggressive hack shot, squeeze by the guard, and remove that red stone for a bundle. So, important stone here for Segovia. This is on the yellow.
It's curling.
Oh, here it goes.
It's moving. It's moving.
Here it goes.
Come on.
Look
Come
at
on,
this.
Rock.
Look at this.
Come on, Rock.
They really got to sweep to carry it.
Come on,
Really
Rock.
got to sweep to carry it.
Come on,
Really
Rock.
got to sweep to carry it as far as they can. As far
just
as they can. It's a really nice shot from
little
Segovia. It's about a foot lighter than what they were hoping, but cuts down the scoring area.
yeah.
Oof. So yellow sitting 1 with hammer. Looks like she's going to stay away from that draw
On the right hand side.
on the right hand side. Going to come around. Draw just needs to touch 4. Just needs to touch the blue to secure their 2. A nice shot by Julie there.
Yeah.
And a really good sweep,
really
too.
good sweeping.
Really good sweeping.
Very much team effort. I'm going to get words out. Team effort.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give score updates whenever.
Yeah, we'll do it in the break.
I also want to scan over to show the viewers the table set up.
Tracking on a nice line here. She's by the guard. Can she have enough weight? Can they carry it enough? They're sweeping as hard as they can. They're sweeping as hard as they can. Oh, good try. Good try, but she's just a scotch light. Segovia's redstone just inside it, so another solo point is a game of straight lines.
So 2-2 at the end of the fourth as we take a 5-minute halftime break. Quick update on scores on sheet 2 for the men's bronze medal. We have Tesh with 5/2 at halftime over Spangler. On sheet 3 half, we have Myers with 7-1 over Weber for the gold medal match for the men. For the bronze medal match for the women, we have Shooter 3-2 over Feldman. And here for the women's gold medal match, it is a tie game, 2-2. And if y'all will just travel with me, I want to show y'all. They have the trophies and table trophies and medals. Thank you. All set up and ready to go. So just sitting off on the sides, teasing all the players out there on the sheets. You can see them, look at them every once in a while, aching to take one home. Are you laughing at me?
Aching.
Aching.
Just aching.
Just aching. So we're going to take a break. Should be, with all that talking, probably about 3 more minutes before we get on the ice.
Halftime's over on sheet 3 in the gold medal men's match. Myers up 7-1, asking John Lambert to go through the house. And that's what it's going to do.
It doesn't.
Nope. Fights on the back 12.
Oh, the comment. Oh, it's just, I mean, that's just on our end. Like, whoever's watching it, you can turn it off on their end. Yeah. Or, is that on Slack? That one's on Facebook?
It is 8 ends for these finals.
Yeah, it looks
They are timed games, 30-minute thinking time for each team. Yeah,
Yep.
that covers it.
Right. Like I know, like. Let's go to 7. Oh, okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. Another hour.
My perfectionist self doesn't. That's better.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's
only one flight
yeah.
a day.
I don't think the. I think we're good weather-wise today. Then that's
Yeah,
okay.
weather should be better. But
Yeah.
even if I leave at 5:30, it needs 30 minutes to get airport.
Yeah. And what time's the flight?
6:25.
Yeah, that might be pushing it.
And I still need to go through security.
Well, that one's not going to be that bad, but. Oh.
But kind of push it, yes.
Yeah. Wait, are we starting yet?
I already prepared, so should be good.
Wait, are we going over there, though? Or are we going? Yeah, we're going over there.
We're going, yeah. Okay.
Back to the action here on sheet 6, the gold medal women's match here. Tied 2-2 after 4, coming into the 5th end. Segovia will have hammer, so Asis throwing the first stone. This looks like it's going to be right down to
Wow, look at
a
that.
beauty center line. Center line 4.
It's in the house. Can that be moved? Even though it's on center line?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. Just checking.
And with this line call, that's what Segovia's want to do.
Let me guess, she said bumper.
She did. Ooh, it's got a curl.
Oh.
Oh. It just hung out there. She does move the stone off of the center line over there to full 8. Looks like right behind T line, but is not able to remove it. So Ace is going to ask to split the house. It's not curling at all.
Wow.
Going to be a little heavy. Back of the button.
Yep, double. Control.
Yep. Alyssa Parks sweeping really hard to hold it. It's over curling. She'll remove that stone, but she's going to spill the shooter. Tracking really nicely here.
She's looking for a freeze.
Wow.
Very nice shot. Just touching the back of the button on the right-hand side. Looks like they may not be frozen. Heather's favorite thing, getting throw some big weight.
I think she asked for a freeze.
Not with this line call.
Really?
No, this
Oh,
is
you're
this
right.
is up weight. A little bit of a bobble coming out of the hack, but she regroups. Alyssa Parks sweeping really hard. They want to nose this.
Oh,
A little bit of a stumble from Jess, but Heather Cook with a beauty of a double. A diggity dub.
Heather, well done, Cook.
A rub-a-dub in the tub.
I gotta say, that stumble from Jessica, she made that look styling, the way she
Graceful.
went on her knees and then popped back up.
Graceful.
Probably the most graceful fall I've ever seen Jess have. So good job, Jess. When you watch this back, that was
Sweeping really hard
beautiful.
here is Wheeler trying to hold the line. But it's going to over curl. And a missed hit there. So Segovia now regaining control of this end with hammer. Gonna ask for Heather Cook to bring the weight way down from normal weight on that last shot now to T weight, wanting to split the house.
Yeah, she definitely brought it down.
Gave it to the sweepers. Alyssa Parks sweeping pretty hard and then gets off it. This is carrying nicely. This might have been overswept a little. Nope, it's a
Wow,
just a little behind T line. Full 8. Overswept just a scotch.
She's asking for a double.
So Asis asking for a double here. A pretty hard one as well. She's gonna get one. The shooter's gonna go over. Oh, good try. Good try. Not quite, but great effort there as Wheeler gets the hit, rolls over in a dangerous direction, almost gets the double, but goes just behind it. So Segovia going to continue to apply pressure when splitting the house. That's all there. This is going to go beyond the tee. Back 4, back 8. We got a skip sweep. 6 feet of fury. That's going to go all the way to touching back 12. So a little heavy there for Melissa Parks. Asis asking Wheeler to try another double. And this is going to over curl, so the double is out. She's looking more closely to a nose. Even on the outside, Segovia sweeping really hard to remove that, and the shooter does spill out. So Segovia continuing to split, asking Elizabeth Parks to draw the other way. Sweepers like the weight out of the hand. They think it's close. Whoa, Heather.
Right,
whoa.
Heather.
Weight's coming down.
Very.
He hits T, carries all the way to about a foot past T. And we are down to skip stones. Asis going here for the shot stone in the back 12s, tracking nicely. He's going to hit. Stone is moving. It's going to roll just a little too far, and that'll be second shot. So red still sitting shot stone. Segovia's continuing the strategy of splitting the house.
That's why our agents spend every day empowering individuals and families of all backgrounds with the courage to create the life.
Oh, this looks super, super light. Heather and Jess are all sweeping. Now Alyssa Parks comes out. We got 3 sweepers dragging this stone. It's got to get to the 8 foot, but it's not even going to get to the house.
Oh. Oh, what happened?
A little bit of snow over there on sheet 7 in the bronze medal match. Looks like maybe Feldman's stabilizer had a nail on the bottom and grinding something. She's staring at it like it's its fault.
Yeah,
So
there's a
Asis here with an open hit. She's going to do exactly that. Nice hit. Spills the shooter though. So Segovia now with a choice here. My guess is she's going to go for the hit and roll out to blank the end.
yeah. That'd be my guess as well.
Going for the blank. Heather's going real hard. She's got to hold the line. She doesn't want to nose though, so get off it, let it curl. They get off it. It curls and it spills, and the hit and roll out is executed beautifully.
So Kenny, there are some people that wonder, why would you want to roll out and not just get a point? There are some people that think always get a point no matter what, always try for it. Why? Can you tell our viewers why sometimes that's actually not a great option? You want to blank the end.
Yeah, you
in
want
a scenario like that.
Yeah, you'd rather keep the hammer so that you can go for 2
Yeah.
on the next end. And also, if you're looking at the scoreboard, as we mentioned earlier, this is 8 ends. This will give Segovia now hammer in the 6th and potentially again in the 8th. So, a couple of different reasons why. Strategery is the short answer. Strategery.
She always has one. She's one of those people that thinks you always can.
Sure.
it a Facebook Live that we were on?
So she came up light on that first of her 2 stones. Actually worked out nicely for them since
Having some technical
they
difficulties.
didn't touch paint. What are you giggling
Couple
about?
little giggles between the skips as Asis forgot she was still up to bat with that blank in.
Not bad. I mean, it's a nail biter.
I can see now. Yeah.
Her feet was lost. Connected to Wi-Fi. It looks like it's connected to Wi-Fi, but Wi-Fi is not.
Julie's missed some easy shots and made some really hard ones.
It's not working at the moment.
So applying the pressure is Segovia, asking for Jess Boswick to draw to the wing. And instead of drawing to the wing, this is going to come down to the button.
Okay, it's connected to looks like it's fine.
Back 4 just off center line.
My wife is thing working. Maybe she can connect to mine. Figure it out.
This has got a snap hook, otherwise it could be a bit of a problem for Aces as they nose their stone in the back, so not a terrible outcome for them, but they do miss the hit.
Quick update on scores as everybody's done with their 5th end. On bronze medal men's match, it's 5-4, Tesh over Spangler. On gold medal match for men, it's 7-3, Myers over Weber. Bronze match for women, 4-2, Shooter over Feldman. And here in the gold medal match, it's a tie game, 2-2.
There we go. Okay.
This is going to have to drop an anchor. She's going to be...
It's not live.
Dang.
Oh, there it is. Okay. What is this? They're like acetyls.
Look at how straight that runs. There it goes. It's going to curl at the very end. Gets the hit, spills the shooter.
What? Title and audience are required. Oh. What's the other one? There we go. Go live. Okay, we're back.
Sweepers are on it early.
What'd she call for?
Draw to the wing. Both sweepers really digging in. It's a little bit light now. Segovia's going to come out to help. They will be able to carry this in. How deep can they get it? It will be full 12. They will execute the hit here again and spill the shooter again. Asking Heather Cook to put it back. She did move the broom in a little bit, so she's wanting to swing all the way out to the edge of 8. See how straight this stone, this line, it just runs super, super straight. at that. That curled 2 feet.
Jeez.
So she did go edge of 8.
Looking down the line, there's not really a whole lot of high scoring, high
Big ends, yeah.
big ends.
Yeah.
These games.
All 8 of these skips are really good at mitigating damage.
Kind of tells me pretty good even match across the board.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're actually.
Really nice precision hit from Wheeler there. Really nice hit. They do have backing on this line, so the sweepers are dragging it. Heavy, heavy sweep. The line looks really good. Alyssa coming over here at the very end to help out. A little light. Ends up just sitting at the top of the 8. So plenty of space for Wheeler to knock this out, and even potential to stick around with the shooter. Wow, Nick. Wow, Nick. This has got a curl. It's starting to come. Starting to curl. And she gets it. Segovia now thinking about changing the strategy. The opportunity for a double is there to blank, and that's what she's starting, changing up her strategy here a little bit. So she's going to ask Alyssa Parks to nose hit. That'll spill both yellows. Heather's sweeping for line. It's coming in nicely. Nose hit and spills both. A nice shot for Alyssa Parks.
Great shot. Alyssa Frogger Parks. Don't shake your head at me, Kitty. I'm gonna make things happen.
And we're back.
Apologize to the viewers at home.
Heather Cook's really digging in to hold the line. Really digging in to hold.
Oh.
She will get the hit. Shooter is going to roll out, though. So Asis with an open draw has the whole house to choose from.
No, you didn't miss anything. That was where we were.
The gold medal match for National Championship Women's is Asis Segovia to throw through here, and
Houston women's won gold back in 2019. The Arena Nationals were not held in 2020 or 2021 due to COVID. So three-peat for Houston. Defending champs for Team Segovia specifically.
Heather Cook cleaning just to make sure there's no crazy picks. This will go through the house, and we are going to go into the 7th inning tied 2-2. Segovia with hammer.
Speaking of blank ends, over for the men's gold match, they blanked their 6th end as well. So 3 over Weber, Sioux Falls. On sheet 2, at the end of 6, it's a tie game, 5-5. Spangler versus Tesh. Don't ask me where they're from. I know Spangler's wine country. I can't remember where Tesh is from, and my cheat sheet somehow disappeared last night. Don't know where it's at. Bronze medal match for the women. Shooter 4-2 over Feldman. Again, I don't know where Shooter's from. Feldman is wine country. Head to the other side. Let me get that ready for y'all. Go. Julie's gonna sweep that, and it is gonna come to rest full 8 in the back. Matt is going to be in the corner, just touching halfway into the 8 foot. Take out, and the shooter stops, just touching the 12 foot. Oh, that stops exactly where Julie said she wanted it.
You couldn't walk down and set that in a better spot.
Nicely done.
Applying some pressure here, forcing Asis to Go after hits. It's curling.
Gonna go
It's
straight to
curling,
the
but
back
it
of the
does not
house.
curl enough. It flashes by. And so now the first stone, Heather Cook, asking to split the house, draw to the right-hand side. And full 8 would be where she's really looking. Sweepers are really digging in to carry it. Segovia comes out of the house to help, and they realize, no, we don't need to sweep it anymore. It's carrying really nicely all the way down to T weight. Just above T line. Full 4, really nice shot for Heather Cook. Alsmeyer with head going right down the center line. Wheeler is really digging in to hold the line. Really digging in to hold the line. She is going to get the hit.
Oh.
It wrecks on their back stone, takes it out. A little bit of an overcurl there now as Segovia with hammer is sitting 1 and 2. Michael Levesque, the official in the back, stands up, reminds them, hey, let's go ahead and get that stone out of here. Keep the house clean. Then he casually sits down with a crossed leg. Not on his watch.
If you know, you know.
Sweepers think this is heavy. I think it's perfect.
3 games are tied right now. Look at that.
It's got to drop an anchor here. It's got to drop an anchor. It's going to be back house at best. The Sweeper's getting on it. Skip sweeps it through the house, and Heather just too heavy on her draw, her second draw, after a beauty of the first one. So a little less pressure on Team Asis as they have an opportunity now to hit the stone and roll under. They also are looking at a freeze. So this is going to be hit. If she noses, that's fine. If it goes across the face and rolls just a little to the left, that'd be fine as well.
I mean, earlier it was. We got a bad. Oh.
Sweeping really hard to hold the line here. It's going to be just off center, maybe?
No.
Just off center, moves. Just a wiggle.
Just a wiggle.
Just a wiggle to the left.
Just a wiggle to the left.
Executes a nice hit. Segovia taps her stomach. That's control weight. Being asked of Alyssa Parks. A lot of different options here on where this stone's going to roll. So just want to make sure they remove it. And really need to make sure that the shooter sticks around somewhere in the house.
Elon Musk failed us with delivering Starlink.
Heather Cook sweeping hard for line. It's going to nose. Just across the nose, and it wiggles underneath the guard, over a little too far, so it is peeking out the back. That is shot stone. And Asis is going to go for it. They're going to try the double. They've got to be about 1 to 2 inches just on the right-hand side of the center of that stone. in the top 12 in order to execute the double. Here comes Wheeler. It's got to curl a mile.
That looked a little wide when she came out.
Oh, and she's wide and she's gonna flash. And the door is ajar.
Wow.
For Team Segovia as they're sitting 1 and 2 with Hammer tied 2-2 in the 7th. An important draw here for Vice Alyssa Parks as she needs to split the house.
Looks like they're on it right
Sweepers
out.
are on it right away. And here comes Segovia too. Oh, no. Alyssa Parks is going to go in and help. They're going to drag it. They're dragging it.
Come on.
They're dragging it
Come
just
on,
they
Rob.
can. All 4 sweepers now.
Come on,
All
Rob.
4 sweepers are digging.
Come on,
It's
Rob.
Sorry for the technical difficulties and momentary disruption. So Alyssa Parks with an open draw trying to split the house. Just a scotch light, maybe about an inch or 2 outside of the house. It is so close that there's an opportunity for a little tap, wiggle, raise there
Yeah.
later on in the end. But that gives an open hit now for Skip Asis here. First of her 2 skip stones. Going to try the hit over here on the left-hand side. If she gets the right-hand side of the center stone, there is a double.
That travels down there. Shake at the gold medal match for Myers versus Weber, and Myers takes it 11-3, taking home gold yet again. Weber takes home silver.
Asis gets this hit for 1 and spills the shooter. All right. Segovia with the first of her 2 skip stones. So she's going to look to draw around that top 3 guard on the right-hand side. Gotta bury this. They could also take the raise. This is tracking like it may chip. If it chips and promotes, it would be wild. It does chip. Oh my gosh, I think she did.
But there's that Yellowstone that's still out shooting it.
Yep. So that Yellowstone sitting on the left-hand side is still out sitting. Segovia tries to draw around, ends up chipping that guard, does promote it into touch paint, but Asis with an important decision here with her last stone looking against 2.
That's fair. Technology's great. It's also a pain in the butt when it doesn't work. Oh, wow. Tough. Port shot.
Out of the hand, it's a little narrow.
Yeah.
It's over curling. Wheeler's really digging in to try and hold it. Oh my gosh, and she's gonna flash. She's gonna flash.
Oh, no.
And a huge opportunity for Segovia. If she can hit that yellow stone and keep the shooter, this would be for 4. feel most comfortable with. If they settle with an open draw for 3, they're going to call a timeout. And we're going to get to see Coach Greg Major come out.
Ooh, curling royalty out on the ice. It looked like Asis gave it a little shove at the end, and that's what pushed it to the left.
I didn't notice.
It looked like it. Y'all didn't see it on camera, obviously, because we have it focused on the house. But that's what it looked like to me, is she gave it just a little shove, and that's what pushed it that way.
A big opportunity here for Team Houston. So they're going to call in their coach, settle down and discuss what they'd like to do. They are sitting 2 right now. That stone on the red that's in the front right is just biting the house, but it is being guarded. Both teams are allowed 1 timeout per game. It's a 60-second timeout. Because they're in the far end, there's also 45 additional seconds added for coaches' travel time. Greg. A lot of conversations here. They're not looking at that Yellowstone much in what.
Gives them his 2 cents, and
Yep. Okay, so looks like they're going to try and draw to the right-hand side if there's a. This is a smart choice. So it's a draw to the right-hand side. It'll finish with 3. If she hits Yellowstone in the front of the house and promotes it another 2 or 3 inches, that also would give them 4. So they're choosing not to hit, choosing the draw. This is the line that Segovia just threw. And a big shot here for Segovia as she's sitting 2. So Mark, that's what we're talking about, is you could split that red that's in the front of the house. And I think that's going to be an option here on this draw. You'll notice even they have Heather Cook on the outside in case they need to carve it a little bit. So both Bostwick and Heather Cook are sweeping. This looks a little bit light. Bostwick hold potential for a wick. It's going to over curl and just promotes just enough, and they will take their 3.
wow.
So 3 in the.
Nice.
As Asis has been holding it tight throughout the game after 2 ends blanked in a row. For Segovia with hammer in 5 and 6, they take 3 when Skip over curls the last hit stone, leaving an open draw. So Team Segovia out of the Curling Club of Houston. Aces down by 3 with hammer. And speaking of curling royalty, Nick Myers, ladies and gentlemen, is up here. Can't skip leg day. He's going to be carrying around a whole team and a bunch of medals when he's heading home this weekend. Shout out to Team DFW Men's as they get another gold medal. To be in the house, it's not going to be in the house unless they can really drag it. Heather Cook steps away, and Segovia now digging. Look at this
Skip.
carry. Look at the sweep,
Come
and
on,
it
Skip.
is going to be in. So it goes all the way down, touches paint.
You know, that's this past league, Julie Segovia has been vicing, so she's been doing a lot more sweeping and working on her sweeping lately. She's been having Jessica Boswick do skipping so that Jessica can work on reading
Very cool.
lines and everything better. So, yeah. So,
Feldman over on sheet 7 doing what Feldman does, getting behind and then coming back. They were down at 1.3-0 and are now up 5-4 going into the final end. So up by 1 is Feldman, but they do not have hammer. So a nail biter for the bronze medal women's match. A nicely executed 3-guard corner for Aces. So Bostwick being asked to, as long as it's in or through, that's the 2 options here. In or through. Sweepers are sweeping to carry it. It's tracking on a really nice line. And all 3 sweepers really digging in. It's going to be light. It is a center line, but it is light. She throws a guard, and Aces is going to immediately call a timeout. So we've got a 60-second timeout right now for Asis. Because they're on the near side, they get an additional 15 seconds for travel time. Talking through the different options here, down by 3 in the last end. There's a couple of guards out in front that they can start looking at, either drawing around behind or promoting. So we're back to the action. The Aces front of house and Vice hustle back down, get in position. This is a timed match. Apologies because we don't have a view of the clocks, but this has been a relatively efficient game as far as timing goes. Both teams looks like they're going to ask for the come around draw. Weight looks pretty nice. Segovia thinks it's heavy, so she's stepping out here. This might wick. It's going to be back 4. Segovia really digging in. Takes it all the way into edge of 4. Ooh, and Segovia asking a lot of her second, Heather Cook, asking her to draw down to it and freeze. Here comes Heather Cook. Sweepers like the weight. It's just Alyssa on the inside sweeping for line. She's past the guard. Weight looks really nice. Now Bostwick takes over to try and carve. It needs to curl a little bit. This may also wick. It's going to paper by it. It gets down to the shot stone. Oh! Still sitting shot.
Yeah, that's
Aces just do a draw earlier. That was fun.
Aces did a draw around to the back 4.
Yeah.
Heather tried to go down and freeze on it. Instead, she hit it at an angle, so she. This is tracking on a nice line as well. Gonna wreck on that red stone, but a good spot there. Segovia
Ballsy.
is looking at a double.
oh,
So Heather Cook being asked a lot again here in this last end of the gold medal match. Segovia asking her to hit with control weight on the outside, driving that yellow back with a potential for a double.
Wow.
And she's a little wide out of the hand. That's one way to do it. A happy little plan B. She was wide out of the hand, but they get a good plan B option. They drive their red stone back to that shot stone, spilling all three. So red sitting shot in full 8 behind a guard. This is looking like an angle raise. It's more of an angle nudge than an angle raise. That will promote it, but it's still sitting second and third and unguarded. So Segovia with the lead of 3, just wanting to remove Granite. There is an opportunity for a double. Alyssa Parks had a beautiful double coming down this way last in the 6th end to help set up that blank. So Segovia here. It's a little bit narrow. Heather Cook is really sweeping hard, both of them. They're going to get one for sure, and they're going to get a second piece of it. They get a piece of it, but not all. A nice opportunity and a nice shot from Alyssa Parks. And I think that's another situation where I see Alyssa and Heather yelling medium to each other. After that is a real heavy sweep.
Oh, I got one too.
Hey, Lath, congratulations, buddy. Nice job. Congrats. So Wheeler being asked to draw around. It's going to be really tight by this guard. Now it's going to over curl. It's going to be on the guard. So Segovia wants the roll. All she really cares about is that yellow stone being removed.
And it hurt a lot in the freaking fourth.
This is tracking in a nice line. Bostwick really leaning hard on that broom. Segovia calls her off. She's going to get the hit. She's going to roll. She's going to roll out across the face of that shot stone, but the house is opened. Not a lot of yellow stones left here, so Asis calling for a nose raise on her yellow guard on the left-hand side.
Meyer, one of the Weber's guys goes, "This is you've won this at least once before." It's our 5th time.
The DFW Curling Club has a lot of banners hanging in the rafters. So Wheeler being asked to do a nose raise. It looks a little bit light here, so the sweepers are really getting on it to try and hold. It does have an opportunity to port. They're sweeping really hard. It is going to port.
Even better.
And that's a Bob Ross happy accident,
Wow.
as it's a beauty.
No, it was supposed to be run back because they shot.
And then the last time they stayed.
And
They need to
did they
steal
play
that
the,
one. Bob Ross had it.
Kenny, did they play the, like, they try and play the split in the seventh, or they just go straight draw?
It was one or the other. Like so she had done a split already once, and she promoted it, but it was still being outside. So they tried the draw and said if it
If it
if it
does,
splits,
does.
great. If it noses and raises, it's fine. They ended up over curling and just promoted it.
Right, okay. 3 is a 3.
Mm-hmm. So looking at a couple different options here is Segovia calling for a draw. Huh. That's why she's got a bunch of gold medals and I'm sitting behind the glass talking to you. So looking for a draw around behind the guard. Don't be heavy. Don't be heavy. Don't be heavy. It's tracking really nicely. It's just a little heavy. It's got to sit down. She's going to paper by the guard.
Oh, it's heavy.
Not done yet. There's an opportunity here for Asis. They've got one in the house and coming up with skip stones. They do have hammer as well.
Men's bronze medal game ended at 10-5. 10-5 Tesh over Spangler.
So an opportunity here for Asis to keep it alive. This has got to touch paint.
So it's 4-round robin.
Here it comes. It's going to be on the guard. Could get an angle raise here. As long as it touches paint, it keeps the game alive, and it does. It opens up the hit path, though, for Segovia. With the last stone of hers in this 2023 championship match, she's going to need to remove a stone.
Yep.
It's not done yet. There is an opportunity here for it to jam on that back red. Final shot for Julie Segovia in this 8th in. If she can hit and remove this yellow shot stone, it'll be for a 3-peat championship. It's floating. It's coming in. The gold medalist, Julie Segovia and company.
Asis looking to see if there's any way they can get 3.
It's a tricky split. Oh yeah, there's the red one.
The red and black.
And they're I mean, Heather Cook throws her broom down. She says game's over. She's just waiting.
There
Good
it
job.
is. Congratulations. What a game by both teams. An absolute battle all the way through.
Whoa, whoa.
Tied 4 to
So pathetic. Whoa, whoa.
tied
Yeah,
Whoa.
your woo-woo is quite important.
tied 2-2 at the halfway mark. They come out and blank the 5th, blank the 6th, and get a 3 in the 7th to lock down the game. And Team Segovia out of the Curling Club of Houston wins the gold medal here at the 2023 Arena National Championship in Eveleth, Minnesota.
They're so happy.
Congratulations to the lead, Jess Bostwick, the second, Heather Cook, the vice, Alyssa Parks, and skip, Julie Segovia.
Julie Smoke Show, Segovia. All games
And
are
that is
finished. So
going
just
to be another Texas gold medal sweep.
woo, woo. That's
You got to stop trying that.
just to finish it out, bronze medal women's game. Shooter takes the bronze with 7-5 over Feldman. So all games finished.
We'll
It's been
have
an
them-
exciting weekend.
We'll take a couple videos and some photos of the medal ceremony that'll be happening just in a few moments from now. CEO of USA Curling, Dean Gimmel's been here all weekend, so shout out to him. He'll be the one presenting the medals to our winners. I am Ken.
I'm Jen.
We are Fire on Ice. We really appreciate everybody joining in for us on this gold medal match and throughout the weekend. Everybody take care, be safe. Thank you.
And we are out.